What's up, guys? I'm Jeff, the founder of Worldwide Cyclery, and I'm here to tell you about the Fox 34 Stepcast fork. Is it lighter? Is it better? Is it flexier? Let's get into it. All right, the 34 Stepcast. So this is a new fork for Fox for 2019. It was introduced in April of 2018, but it's a 2019 model year fork. And you're probably pretty familiar with the Fox 34 if you're watching this video. It's Fox's premier trail bike fork. So that's in that travel range that's not cross country, but not enduro, and right in the middle. So that's kind of what the 34 has been around and infamous for. It's got 34 millimeter diameter stanchions. The Stepcast, it was originally introduced as a 32, and now this for 2019 is a 34. And what the Stepcast is, there's a couple differences with this fork compared to the normal 34. What the Stepcast refers to is the actual casting of these lower legs. So these lower legs have sort of an indent. It's just casted differently. We'll get some tight shots here so you guys can see, but the thing is really the idea behind it is weight. So they're trying to go for take the existing 34 and make it lighter. A few different things they did. So because of that, at the moment, it's only available in 120 millimeters of travel. It only comes in 27.5 or 29-inch wheel variants. But because it's only available in 120 mil of travel, you can't throw a different air spring in there and change the travel. So you can do that on a normal 34, but on the Stepcast, you're pretty much completely stuck at 120 mil of travel. For the time being, maybe they'll introduce a longer travel version of it in the future, or maybe they'll just get rid of the original 34 and make all their fork Stepcasts. Who knows? We're waiting to see that one, but most importantly is the weight. That's kind of the purpose of Stepcast. So is it lighter? It's 0.4 pounds lighter than the normal 34. So that's 181 grams lighter. And that's a pretty significant difference in a fork. And just picking this thing up, it absolutely feels light. So to shave off almost half a pound on a fork is pretty impressive, right? So if you're riding a 120 mil travel fork on your bike right now and it's a 34, you can save almost a half a pound just going to the Stepcast version of this. So they do make this thing in the factory series, which comes in black like you see here. They also make a shiny orange version, and they do make it in a performance series as well, which is all black. Performance series are starting at $789 and then factory at $943. The factory has an option for handlebar lockout remote as well. The factory version's got a Fit 4 damper in there. A lot of cool features we'll get into in a moment, but right now, take a look at some riding footage of this thing. So my initial impressions of the 34 Stepcast, pretty amazing. It's basically feels exactly the same to me as a normal 34. I've been have a good chance to spend some time on this thing so far because we have in both of our shops right now Yeti SB100 demos, and these bikes come spec'd with the 34 Stepcast. So this is a 100 millimeter travel bike with a 120 mil travel 34 Stepcast up front. So I got some time on this, and it's awesome. I mean, it feels exactly the same. I don't notice any stiffness difference. It's absolutely a lightweight fork. Like I said, it's almost a half pound lighter. So, you know, I guess maybe if you're a huge dude, you might notice a stiffness difference, but typically on a 120 mil travel fork, you're probably not super concerned with stiffness anyway, depending on your size or the riding type that you're doing. Yeti's also got a pro rider, Jeff Kabush, which is sort of an iconic XC racer pro who's now on Yeti, and he's been riding the SB100 with the 34 Stepcast and winning all sorts of things and riding the heck out of that bike. So it's cool to see this fork come on the market, and all the feedback we've gotten on the 100s that we've sold and demoed and what I've ridden has all been great. So it's basically the same thing as the 34 has been known for. And the 34 has been great ever since they revamped it, I think a few years ago, and put in the Fit 4 damper and really, made that fork sort of really compete directly with the Pike as well. So we do have a video comparing the 34 to the Pike. That's been a pretty popular video because people are wondering what the difference is there. So in the box, this thing of course comes with your manual. It comes with 3 tokens or volume spacers, as you want to call it, so you can adjust how progressive the fork is. And that's about it. The fork is amazing right out of the box and comes in a pretty impressive price point for what it is. I mean, sure, it's an expensive high-end mountain bike fork, but it's in line with everything else, especially weight range and stuff. Check below in the video description. There's a blog that we have on this thing that goes into more details about all of the specs and the price points and all the sort of the nitty-gritty details as well. Hit subscribe and hope to see you guys in the next video.